Of animal breaks, number one is a bone on a bird and a bone in a mammal. We are mammals. If we break a bone and the doctor sets it, say it sets wrong, the doctor can actually go back in and re-break that bone and reset it, okay, and it'll grow back just fine. But in a bird, it's another story. In a bird, you cannot. You have one chance with the bird. A bird will start to calcify their bones back together within 24 to 72 hours. They'll start to calcify back. A bird bone is hollow. So whatever it grows back to in that time period, if you try and re-break that bone in any way, shape, or form to redo it, it will splinter. There is no fixing a bird's bone a second chance around. You've got to do it right the first time. That's why on bird breaks, it's imperative that you get them to somebody who can help as soon as possible. Now, like I said, on a mammal, if something goes wrong, they can fix that. On a bird, you can't. So that's why birds are more important, that we always try and get them as fast as we can. And we always, any kind of a break like that, especially in a bird, we take them in and we have the vet x-ray it and everything to make sure everything's perfect with it. Gloria, on the door I taped up the eagle x-ray. You want to bring that out, please? If you'll get that for me, please. We do an immobilization wrap called the Robert Jones wrap. The Robert Jones wrap is a real easy wrap. The way that, if you read the books on the Robert Jones wrap, what they want you to do is they want you to actually, if this was broke here, they want you to wind around gauze real loosely, fluffy gauze. And they want you to wind it around and around and around about 3 times the size of the leg. Okay, and over the joint and everything. And you know, I've discovered a few little tricks over the years that helps a lot. By the time you take all that gauze and you're wrapping and you're wrapping and you're wrapping and you're wiggling that poor broken bone. Yeah. I've devised a different way. Okay. Farmer Fleet, one of my favorite places. I buy a lot of stuff at Farmer Fleet. Let me tell you, they have this wrap for horses. Okay, right. And it's a nice, it's a leg wrap. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. As you can see, this is a bald eagle that we had, and you can see it had a broken wing here. And we put a pin in it. We surgically inserted a pin in it. Of course, it goes to the vet. We do this at the vet's. We wire tied the bone back together and everything, and then we sutured it back over and hoped it would work. Unfortunately, I euthanized the bird yesterday because it did not take. The bone actually broke down and it dried out. It was too dry. The other thing too is if you have a bone sticking out, remember, a bone dries out in the air, it's dead. If a bone isn't kept moist, it's in trouble. So if you find something out in the wild and the bone's sticking out, I don't care if it's human, animal, whatever, put something moist on that bone and keep it wet. You keep that bone tissue alive. If the bone tissue dries out, it dies. So it's important to keep that moist at all times. This guy did not make it, unfortunately, and we couldn't release him back out, and it would have tore off too much wing. We would have had to lose his wing all the way up here, which would have been his whole wing. But we tried. You know, we gave him a second chance. We tried. Unfortunately, we have those times that we have to do that, and we don't like it. I really appall it because he was eating real good and doing real good, but he would never had his wing. If he can't fly free, you know, you have to look at quantity of life and quality of life sometimes with the animals and stuff. Anyway,